Hello, hello. Good morning. We have a gorgeous day here in northeastern Tasmania. Don't know about the rest of my Aussie friends. How are you? How's your weather? Does the cup you use change the taste of the coffee that you drink? I'm looking at this cup going, it's not the right cup. All right. No, I'm not going to be doing Zenna today. I just woke up. So, am I actually live? Yeah, I think I'm live. Okay. All right. Everyone else is asleep too. Here we go. All right. So this morning we have the moon in Gemini. It doesn't go into Cancer until 8:40 p.m. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Hello, Hilda. Heather, how are you? I just woke up. I woke up at 5 past. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to wake up. All right. Okay. Back to where we are now. All right, so tomorrow evening at 10 p.m. is when the sun is conjunct Neptune. So just go with that hazy flow that we've got happening. All right, so for when I did the words for this, morning, Kath, hammer time, can't touch this. It was just stuck in my head. So, and it's like that in the words. I wrote the words in there. Thank you, Google. Anyway, and it's like talks about running your fingers through your hair, and it's just like things are slipping through your fingers right now. All right, so you can go with the flow and have a dance. So MC Hammer and his oh my God, those big puffy pants that he used to wear. What parachute pants? Anyway, all right. So it might be like that. You can't actually grasp and have that tangible experience. So um, now with the moon in Gemini, okay, there's a sextile to Mercury at 9 a.m. Awesome. All right. So communication is going to be good in the morning. However, at 11 a.m., there is a square to Saturn. All right. So if you are needing to be somewhere or do something, then please be aware that a moon square Saturn brings delays. All right. So don't get frustrated, which is likely or could be considered likely because the ruler of the moon is in Aries. All right. So Mercury is in Aries and just wants to rush, and Saturn is like slow down. All right. And you got to remember that Saturn does things for reasons. So it could be that, things are still developing, or you might be avoiding something up ahead, or all of those things. The universe does its thing for whatever reason it does. All right, so we also have that Mercury growing in a conjunction to Chiron and the nodes. All right, so I can't remember offhand. I think they're still like maybe 6 degrees apart. But it just, you've just got to be aware that on the periphery, that there could be sensitive topics that need to be spoken. And when we get to that exact conjunction, that's going to be optimal. And I don't know when that is. That's next week. All right, so when you are talking to people today, listen carefully and speak deliberately. All right, so be very careful with the words that you're using. Um, and it's not that you're going to be mean, it's just they could be misconstrued. All right, so there's that. And at the end, I wrote, "Don't stress yourself if your plans don't play out as you thought they would." All right, so that's just today, so still a very, very flowy weekend. All right, so now tomorrow being Sunday, so this is going to be a quick one because I'm only 4 minutes in. All right, the moon doesn't move into Cancer until 8:40 p.m. All right, so that's when we go from that communication and fast-paced blah 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 to good morning, Alison. How are you? It's my cousin, Alison. um, yeah, so the morning we're still going to have that communications. However, we have the first quarter square of the moon. All right, but the moon is growing, so there is tension that could make us or propel us into doing things. All right, so remembering that the sun is conjunct Neptune. So, it might be more of a moon in Gemini, sun in Pisces. The square might initiate a thought into some sort of action that you can take. All right, it's because there is also a trine, which is good and it gets things moving to Mars. All right, so remembering Mars is ruling Mercury, which is in the sign of the moon. So, as you can see, the communication is there and it's going to be pushing us, but there's still just that little bit of tension with the sun, with the moon being square to Neptune while the sun is conjunct Neptune. And as you can hear, the even just the flow of the words, it's like it. So just be prepared to make alterations this weekend. All right, you're going to be thinking and adjusting and going with the flow, and maybe having some beautiful realizations, understandings. It could be a very, very flowy spiritual weekend. If you can get to the water, oh my God, please go do that. I was saying last week with the Pisces new moon, I gave myself a foot bath because there's also Hygeia involved. So, that's self care ritual. So maybe if you could go to the beach, go to the water, say a little prayer with your feet in some water. I don't know. so, so any tension around, I'm just reading the words, any tension around tomorrow might spur you on to take some action, even if it is just going for a walk in nature or getting to a body of water to celebrate. All right, the feelings could be very strong, especially after that 8:40, but then, the moon in Cancer is very ancestral and family orientated and maternal. So, maybe just give your mama a call. But that's more of a Monday because at 8:40 p.m. Oh, I suppose it's 7:40 in Queensland and 5:40 in WA. So there could just be some more family orientated time happening. Um, and that's pretty much it. I haven't got too far into next week, so I can't really give you a heads up on that. But yeah. So so just remember for today around 11 a.m. Tassie time, if there are some hold-ups, it could just because, you know, the universe might be stopping you from going where you're not supposed to, or things are still developing. But yeah, so I hope you have a great weekend, ladies and gents. And yeah, go listen to MC Hammer. Can't touch this.